live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening, coming to you live from the National News Studio. Welcome to the news. My name is Clifford Richards.
And I'm Kasani Balachandra Adhikari. We start off with a look at your headlines for tonight.
A mother and a daughter who are clicking selfies run over by a train. 13 deaths due to road accidents reported during the last 24 hours. A special operation to search passenger buses from tomorrow. Distribution of fertilizer for the Maha season to continue. Wholesale price of school equipment reduced. Minister Nalinda Jathisa says a new clause is to be introduced to the Constitution, making health a basic human right. 38 persons perish in a road accident in Brazil.
We move on to those and other stories in detail, and in your top local story tonight, a mother and relative daughter are reported to have died in a train accident which occurred on the railway line of Newtown, Anuradhapura, while they were clicking selfies. A mother and a relative daughter, along with a son who have been clicking selfies, were knocked down by a train travelling from Anuradhapura to Colombo. While the mother and the relative daughter have died, the son managed to escape, according to our correspondent. The photographs, which were taken by them before their death, have been recorded in the mobile phone. The mother is reported to be around the age of 37 years, while the relative daughter was of the age of 18 years. The police says 13 persons have been killed in road accidents in the past 24 hours.
Well, the police media spokesman, Senior Superintendent of Police Buddhika Manatunga says 4 of the victims were pedestrians, and he further says that a special operation will commence, that's from tomorrow, to inspect even the passenger transport buses as well. And meanwhile, the driver taken into custody in connection with yesterday's bus accident in Hatton has been remanded till the 26th of this month. Police media spokesman, Senior Superintendent of Police Buddhika Manatunga says that 10 deadly road accidents have been reported in the past 24 hours. 13 persons were killed in these accidents. The police media spokesman further said that by examining these accidents, it has become very clear that they had occurred in major towns. 4 of the 13 victims were pedestrians. The police spokesman also said that during the current festive season, significant increase in the number of vehicles travelling on the roads and the number of pedestrians is witnessed. He has cautioned the pedestrians to be more careful in walking on the roads, and also the motorists should be more vigilant. Meanwhile, the identities of 3 persons killed in the accident of a bus falling into a slope in Hatton have been confirmed. 7 of them injured are undergoing treatment at the Kandy Teaching Hospital, and 43 more persons wounded in the accident are continuously receiving treatment at the Dikoi Base Hospital. Passengers who escaped told the police that the driver of the bus was engaged in a conversation using a mobile while driving. The Hatton police station says it has received evidence also regarding the driver losing control of the bus while trying to shut the door, which opened abruptly when the bus was moving at a very high speed. Preliminary investigations in inspecting of the cameras installed in the bus have revealed that the camera pictures were erased by a person through a mobile phone within minutes of the accident, and the ill-fated bus was rescued by the Hatton police station last night.
The provision of MOP fertilizer free of charge to the farmer community for the coming Maha season is now in progress. The contingent of fertilizer to be given to the farmers of Ampara area is about 2,400 metric ton. 82,229 hectares would be cultivated in the Ampara district during the Maha season. Steps have been taken to provide 2,049 metric ton of MOP fertilizer cultivated by mega irrigation and 342 metric ton for the rain-fed paddy fields. 69,047 farmers will receive the fertilizer in the district, and one of the fertilizer distribution programs was held yesterday at the Nama Thalava Ampara Agrarian Service Centre. An amount of around 10,000 rupees per acre will be provided for the farmers apart from this fertilizer subsidy. In the meantime, the officials of the Agriculture Insurance Board are investigating into the conditions of the damages caused to the cultivated lands in Ampara district by recent floods. The distribution of the contingent of fertilizer to the farmers provided to this country under the World Food Programme is being done these days by the Agrarian Service officials. Under this, 3,000 metric ton of fertilizer have been provided to the Vaunia district, and the same has been distributed to 9 Agrarian Service centres yesterday. Fertilizer has also been provided yesterday to the farmers of 9 farm associations of Mahavilachia in Anuradhapura at the Pemaduwa Agrarian Centre. The provision of fertilizer to farm organizations was held today at the Rambe Agrarian Service Centre in Polpitigama for the Agare and Katugampula farm associations.
Well, the Polonnaruwa District Small and Medium Scale Rice Producers Association says that it is able to provide a solution to the rice problem faced by the local consumer public and also the business community. Representatives of the association at a media briefing said if the government extends support, it would be able to take steps to see that the rice crisis would not take place in the country in the future. Member of the Polonnaruwa District Small and Medium Rice Producers Association, B.S. Jayasinghe, says that the rice shortage in so-called large-scale mills could be eliminated through the activation of small and medium rice scale, and also the large-scale mill owners have surplus paddy stocks in their storages. They are processing only 1 million kilos of paddy in a day. The small and medium scale mill owners have pointed out that the best thing to be done is to implement the government's program proposed by the president. That is, the government purchasing paddy from the farmers and handing them over to the small and medium scale rice mills. They have also pointed out that accordingly the farmer would be given the opportunity to sell paddy at a reasonable price, and the rice consumer would be given the opportunity to purchase rice at a concessionary price. They have reiterated that the government should definitely order the farmers to sell the significant quantity of paddy to the government, and these purchases could be handed over to the small and medium scale rice mills, which will be able to sell the rice at a price of 200 to 205 rupees. Member of the Polonnaruwa District Small and Medium Scale Rice Producers Association, J.M. Nilantakumara, said that the earlier around 60% of the rice was manufactured by the small and medium scale millers. However, they have now withdrawn due to several problems. The event that has taken place in the past 4 to 5 years compelled them to disassociate from the large-scale manufacturing. Another member of the association, R.M.M. Abesinghe, says that the general public may have come to know recently how the large-scale mill owners were releasing rice stocks to the market. Even the 3 major large-scale mill owners combined their operations, they would not be able to produce not more than 1.5 million kilos. However, there are more than 300 small and medium rice mill owners in Polonnaruwa who would be able to manufacture more than 3 million kilos. The shortfall of this additional 3 million kilos has created a rice shortage in the market. He also pointed out that if there is a control price for paddy, the price of rice would come down drastically. He further said that information was propagated regarding reduction of paddy prices, and they were compelled to hand over the paddy stocks in their possession to outsiders.
A decline in the wholesale prices of school equipment has been witnessed. Businessmen say a reduction of 30% in the prices of school equipment has been observed. The general public in large numbers were seen arriving at retail and wholesale shops in Petta to purchase school equipment and other items. The consumers say although there has been a reduction in the prices of school equipment in comparison to the prices in the previous year, an island-wide program is still not being implemented for them to purchase the items on concessionary basis.
Well, according to the Vice-Chancellor of the Colombo University, Professor H.D. Karunaratne, Sri Lanka is reported to have come out of the ignominy of being a debt-ridden country to a normal country. The Vice-Chancellor further says that according to the report issued on the forecast of the Sri Lankan economy by the Fitch Rating Institute, this situation has become very clear. Fitch Ratings has upgraded Sri Lanka's long-term foreign currency issuer debt default rating to CCC plus from restricted default. Previously, the rating has been reported as RD or debt defaulter, which is a lower rank in ratings. According to Fitch Rating, the acceleration of the economic development in the country, decrease in inflation and also increase of bank stability and the dedication of the present government to carry forward the IMF program along with the political stability has been cited as reasons behind this. Professor Karunaratne further says that the pace of the economic development has to be increased with the participation of everyone. The Vice-Chancellor said that this means Sri Lanka will be able to get loans again, and the country has declared to the world its credibility in financial management. He further says that it is also important to devise a system in order to earn foreign exchange by improving the infrastructure using loans to obtain so far. He pointed out that the economic development rate of the world is about 2.7%, but the best economic development has been reported in South Asia. The Vice-Chancellor added that this has been due to the sharp pace in which the economic development of India is progressing. He also said that this has become one of the reasons for the development of the economy in Sri Lanka.
Former parliamentarian Tisathanayake says that the government action to relieve the country from bankruptcy is praiseworthy. He has made these observations at a media briefing held in Colombo today to evaluate the commendable position achieved by Sri Lanka in debt rankings as presented by several international institutions. Former parliamentarian Tisathanayake said that several international organizations engaged in grading debt have expressed extreme optimism pertaining to the elimination of bankruptcy and indebtedness. He added that this was very encouraging news as Sri Lanka has been elevated to an internationally acceptable position that the country has come out of its bankruptcy status. Tisathanayake added that had the government not taken the appropriate measures, Sri Lanka would have been isolated from the rest of the world.
Well, a meeting was held between Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya and the Resident Director of the Sri Lanka Asian Development Bank, Takafumi Kadono, today at the Prime Minister's office. Well, the role of the ADB or the Asian Development Bank as a main participant of the development process of this country has also been emphasized. In addition, the new educational reforms, which is a national development priority, has also been discussed extensively. The Prime Minister stressed the representatives of the ADB the importance of the successful implementation of the educational reforms and improving school infrastructure facilities for the same purpose. She also pointed out the importance of training provided to the teachers and principals and the development of evaluation mechanisms in the field of education. The representatives of the ADB have paid their attention to the search solutions to the challenges in education through continued implementation of the projects.
The Peace Ark ship reached the Colombo harbour, confirming the China-Sri Lanka friendship. The aim of this voyage is to propagate friendship, brotherhood and human kindness worldwide. The ship had been elevated to the commission level in 2008 and it has a length of 178 meters with a width of 24 meters and a height of 33.5 meters. The loading capacity of the ship is around 14,300 tons. The ship also functions as a humanitarian hospital in the China and international sea areas. A space of about 400 square meters has been allocated for it, and the medical force of the Chinese Navy assists in the functions of the ship. The ship also contains an air ambulance along with 10 life-saving boats and with 126 beds in 8 rooms which can be used in emergency occasions. In addition, a blood transfusion room, a laboratory and medical information center are also available in the ship. The ship has travelled to more than 50 countries by now, and a number of 300,000 persons have availed facilities from this ship. The ship reached Colombo harbour yesterday and it will be docked for 7 days, and according to the staff of the Chinese embassy in Sri Lanka, it will provide necessary medical facilities to the people of this country. The medical force of the Chinese Navy would be assisting in this process, and Chinese ambassador in Sri Lanka, Ki Sheng Hong, participated in the ceremony as a special invitee.
Minister of Health and Mass Media Dr. Nalindra Jayatissa says that steps would be taken to England. That's in the new constitution, where health will be a basic human right. The minister made this observation at a function held yesterday at the Colombo Mahaveli Centre. Well, the annual social service function of the All Ceylon Kidney Patients Association was held yesterday at the Colombo Mahaveli Centre with the participation of Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa. Professor Mandika Vijayaratna delivered the main speech. Presentation of vouchers for kidney patients in treating dialysis and health right benefits took place on this occasion, and the program includes awarding of scholarships to the children of kidney patients. A large gathering including intellectuals and other invitees joined the occasion. Health Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa said that the priority is to start the structural change and hope to complete it in the coming decade in order to empower the primary health system of the country. He added that units of this nature could provide small population in a country like Sri Lanka to provide an optimum health service. He pointed out that there is no other method in the world to facilitate in maintaining health services orderly. The minister also said that the government will fulfill the responsibility of safeguarding the health of citizens, and a new clause would be entered into the new constitution where health would be made a basic human right. He added that since this will be a big step, wherever a breach is to occur, the people will have the opportunity to take refuge in the judicial system. The minister further says that this process will be started after planning the structure properly, and then it will start functioning as a viable system. He also said that an amount of more than 400 million, or rather 400 billion rupees will be expected to be spent in the budget for the health, which will be treated as a service more than an expenditure.
Well, it's important to maintain the cleanliness of public places in the same manner we keep our household and gardens neat and tidy. Our country will also be more beautiful if we can maintain the cleanliness and improve the cleanliness of Sri Lanka. The cleanliness in and around the bus stand of Ratnapura, used by thousands daily in order to fulfill transport needs, has not been satisfactory at all. One can witness how unclean the central bus stand of Ratnapura is at present. Although not everyone is responsible for this situation, the damage caused by it has become common to all who are using the bus stand. The situation has become an example to understand as to how people behave in public places and how they do not pay attention in order to keep their household and surroundings clean. A solution cannot be expected as long as people do not change their attitude towards this condition.
Minister Sunil Handunetty says new programs will be implemented next year under the Clean Sri Lanka and Digital Economy projects to strengthen the living of the rural poor. He has made these remarks on the occasion of the opening of the Batticaloa Party Office of the National People's Power. Well, the office has been opened especially to resolve problems faced by the general public at the district level. A group including parliamentarian Kandasamy Prabhu also attended this event. The Minister of Industrial and Entrepreneur Development, Sunil Handunetty, says that the programs are not based on providing concessions to a particular ethnic group. He pointed out that the government has appointed public representatives who are able to listen to the grievances of all communities on a fair basis.
At a time when the elephant-human conflict has become a hot topic, a successful story of the erection of an electric fence has been reported from Parakumiyaya in Valikanta, and this has enabled the farmers in this area to successfully engage in their cultivation activities. Dimbulana and Parakumiyaya were two areas in the Mahaveli B zone which have been constantly subjected to wild elephant threats. Houses and crops in the area were heavily damaged by the storming wild beasts in recent times. There are 1,162 residents belonging to 381 families in the two villages. The Resident Business Management Office in the Mahaveli B zone and several other institutions have jointly embarked upon a program to find a solution to the elephant-human conflict. As a result, it has been been possible to construct an electric fence according to scientific methods. The length of the fence covering the villages and the cultivated lands is 7 kilometers. The fence was constructed under the guidance of the resident business manager of the Mahaveli B zone, Sugat Veerasinghe, and also through contributions of the chairman of the Conservation Research Institute, Prithvi Raj Fernando. The success of the project, initiated around 3 months ago through mediation of Environment Officer Rangasamira, has been amply demonstrated. Residents say with the setting up of this fence, wild elephant threat has been eliminated. Measures are underway to construct similar electric fences covering several other villages, and a special feature of this program is that the farmers themselves are maintaining the fence.
Well, the spirit of Christmas is definitely in the air, and we are just 2 days away from the dawn of Christmas.
Well, and also we see main cities of the countries along with a large number of other places have been gaily decorated for Christmas, and Christmas carols and Christmas concerts are also being organized at various places across the country these days. Colombo and suburban areas have been decorated with colorful bulbs. A Christmas carol concert of Sri Lanka Navy was held at the Valisara Naval premises, which was organized by the Christian Association of the Navy with the participation of the Voluntary Women's Unit of Navy and the Music Section of the Navy. Navy Commander Vice Admiral Priyantha Pereira along with a large number of others participated on this occasion.
Well, height of festivities there, and we move on to more local news items in brief now. Well, a companion of overseas large-scale narcotic racketeer ID has been arrested along with the consignment of the drug ice. Valued at over 25 million rupees yesterday, the raid was conducted by the Mount Lavinia Crime Investigation Bureau. 106 grams of heroin and 2 mobile phones were also found in the possession of the suspect, a resident of Hainer Road, Mount Lavinia. A passing out parade of 222 cadet officials and female officials was held at the Army Academy in Dirthalava. Deputy Minister of Defence Aruna Jayasekara presided over the event. On this occasion, the Brigade Control Officer D.R.P. Jakodi was presented with the award for the Best Cadet Officer of the 93B course, as well as the award for the Most Excellent Cadet Officer. The Varakapula police station has been successful in detecting another 3-wheeler and 4 other 3-wheelers, of which chassis numbers were erased. The police was able to uncover these robberies while continuing investigations relating to the detection of the 3-wheeler stolen after assaulting a 3-wheeler driver. Well, that's news at home. We take a short break and we'll be back with international stories shortly.
Dengue, 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 dengue.
A total commitment by everybody, every day, will help control dengue. A message from the Ministry of Health.
Welcome back, and taking a look at foreign news tonight. A crash between a passenger bus and a truck early Saturday killed 38 people on a highway in Minas Gerais, a state in southeastern Brazil. The local fire department said 13 others were taken to hospitals. The bus had reportedly departed from Sao Paulo and was carrying 45 passengers. Authorities stated that an investigation would determine the cause of the accident, and witnesses told rescue teams that the bus blew a tire, causing the driver to lose control and collide with a truck. Others said that a granite block hit the bus. A car with 3 passengers also collided with the bus, but all 3 survived. The local governor wrote on X that he ordered, quote, full mobilization, unquote, of the Minas Gerais government to assist the victims. Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva said in a statement on Saturday that federal officials were at Minas Gerais state disposal. In 2024, more than 10,000 people died in traffic accidents in Brazil, according to the Ministry of Transportation.
Prima Kutumi, Fantamai.
Welcome back, and we are moving on to the world of sport. Well, India wins it, and that's the Under-19 Asia Cup T20 Women's Cricket Tournament by defeating Bangladesh in the finals played today. Well, the tournament has been organized for the first time and was held in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. India, batting first in the final, scored 117 runs with a loss of 7 in 20 overs. Godangadi Trisha scored 52 and Farzana Enmin captured 4 wickets. In reply, Bangladesh could score only 76 all out in 18.3 overs. Ayushi Shukla of India captured 3 wickets for 17 runs for India, and India finally won the match by 41 runs.
Gets got a bit of bad on that one and be very, very crucial.
A meeting was held recently at the Ministry of Sports between Minister of Sports Sunil Kumar Gamage and representatives of the Olympic Committee Association. The meeting had been called in order to inquire facts regarding the present crisis in the National Olympic Committee. The minister observed that he will mediate to solve this crisis faced by the Olympic Committee soon. A number of others participated in the meeting along with the Deputy Minister of Sports, Sugat Tilakaratne. Another meeting was also held between the Minister of Sports and district representatives of the National Netball Association. The minister inquired the present situation of the Netball Association representatives and said that he would be mediating in resolving these problems. The minister also requested to hold elections in order to elect the office bearers in accordance with the Constitution and to appoint the staff officials once again. The prize distribution of the International Open Woodo Shotokan Karate Tournament was held yesterday with the participation of Deputy Minister Sports Sugat Tilakaratne. The tournament concluded recently at the Sugatdasa Indoor Stadium in Colombo.
Prima Kutumi, Fantamai.
Well, that's it on the news. Do enjoy the rest of the programs together with Kasuna. This is Clifford wishing you a pleasant night.
Good night.